I've been following the news about earthquake activity in the United States. I have firsthand knowledge of how companies are taking things like this with more than a grain of salt. After the 1994 Northridge earthquake in California, some companies moved their computer centers to other locations. Some of the activity in Yellowstone has me just as worried. That area has a history of eruptions. Another thing that is amazing is the destructive power. Essentially, each successive magnitude is 33 times larger than the last. That means a magnitude 8.0 earthquake is 33 times stronger than a 7.0, and a magnitude 9.0 earthquake is 1,089 times more powerful than a 7.0. We think of earthquakes in California, but one of the largest happened near Tennessee. The New Madrid earthquakes were a series of intense interplate earthquakes, beginning with an initial earthquake of magnitude 8.2 on December 16, 1811, followed by a magnitude 7.4 aftershock on the same day. The difference in this was the year 1811. Damage to structures was almost non-existent, and we can only imagine how it would be in Memphis if that magnitude earthquake would happen today. According to the United States Geological Survey, Reelfoot Lake was formed in northwestern Tennessee when the region subsided during the 1811 New Madrid earthquakes, which were centered around New Madrid, Missouri. The earthquakes resulted in several major changes in the landforms over a widespread area, with shocks being felt as far away as Quebec, Canada. In 1964, I was in California for most of that year, and I never experienced any magnitude quake during that time. The thing that could be catastrophic for an earthquake on the West Coast is a large tsunami. We live on a changing planet, and I think I read somewhere that a person in Japan had erected a stone plaque telling people to not build below this rock because of a tsunami hitting the area someday. I believe if I lived in an earthquake or tsunami zone, I would try and build near a big hill or mountain. I would have an elephant as a pet, and if that elephant ever headed for the hills, I would be behind him getting out of Dodge. We should never take any of the Earth's happenings lightly, because it is not if, but when one of the big ones will happen somewhere.